In this video, Kevin and I are going to be answering the questions from the Would You Rather questions from the community page. So if you're on a desktop computer, you can go to the community tab, and every single evening, depending on your time zone, there is a new question. So you can, I think people have trouble seeing them if they're on certain devices.
On your phone, I think. I don't know. I've never used.
Well,
that.
I'm on my phone and I see it.
Oh, well, there
So
you go.
I'm using. So maybe it's from an iPad, maybe.
No, an iPad you would think would be easier.
Oh.
Are you on the app or the web page?
I'm on my web page.
No, like the browser or using YouTube app?
I'm using my YouTube
app. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you use the browser, maybe. I don't know. I've never had any issues. I don't know.
Yeah, we're always able to see the questions.
Yeah.
The first question is, would you rather teach driver's ed or CPR?
Ooh, probably CPR. Yeah, definitely CPR.
Definitely CPR.
Oh.
I don't want to get in the car with anybody.
Yeah, especially learning to drive. We went through that stress once and don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, and for both of our kids, we paid someone.
Yeah, it's still stressful.
Yeah, we paid someone else to teach them, but there's a driving school.
Yeah. Hey, we just got insurance too.
Yeah, there's no way I want to get in the car with somebody who can't drive.
Mm-hmm.
So 65% said CPR.
Yeah.
I think they feel like we do.
Well, and it's a standard procedure for CPR. You know, there's no wiggle room. You know, there's no, okay, let's parallel park here, and then you got to teach them how to do all those. CPR is a very step-by-step procedure. Mm-hmm. So I think it's a little easier to teach it too.
Yeah. Do you remember that show we watched? I don't know how we got it. It was years ago when they were like in the UK, and they were teaching these terrible drivers.
Oh yeah, Britain's worst drivers or something like that. Yeah.
And they have these little bitty cars, but yet they were taking like forever. When you said parallel parking, it was the most hysterical thing.
Hit barrels and hit everything.
Awful.
Yeah.
Okay. Which would you rather never use again? Would you rather never use body lotion or sunscreen? Never use again.
Probably body lotion. Because there's probably sometimes I need sunscreen. I have to have sunscreen. I could probably live without the body lotion. For that matter, you could use sunscreen as body lotion if you wanted to. Combined products. See, you get around the question that way.
Yeah, I would rather never use body lotion again and just use sunscreen. Yeah. 68% said that they would rather never use sunscreen.
Yeah, well, sunscreen usually is so stinky.
I use sunscreen every single day on my face.
Yeah.
I wish I had started doing it 20 years ago, but you know, here we are. Yeah, I use sunscreen every single day, and it doesn't have any smell whatsoever.
Yeah,
no smell. But 68% said they'd rather never use sunscreen again. Okay, would you rather go on a Mediterranean cruise or African safari?
Probably the cruise.
I'd rather go on the cruise too.
Well, I'm just thinking a hot safari. A safari is going to be kind of hot, and you're going to be out there in the dust, and that doesn't sound fun to me. But being on a cruise ship for probably 90% of the time, and then getting dropped off at an island for a day, and then coming back, that sounds fun.
74% said Mediterranean cruise.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Although it'd be pretty cool to see to safari. I mean, I would like to see the country. It'd be cool, but if I had the choice, I'd pick the cruise.
Okay, would you rather visit Radio City Music Hall or Sydney Opera House?
Probably the music hall.
Okay.
Just because it has some history.
I would very much like to see both.
Yeah, I would too. That would be cool.
Very, very much. But you can't answer that. So, I'm going to say Sydney Opera House, because that means if I'm looking at Sydney Opera House, that means I'm in Australia.
That's true.
So, give me some Australia. I mean, of course, I'd like to visit New York. But if somebody says, hey, I'll give you a free trip to New York or Australia, I'm going to Australia. Bye. But 58% said Radio City Music Hall. And I completely understand that, because it, like Kevin said, it's full of history. Would you rather feed pigeons in the park or seagulls at the beach?
Dude, they're both annoying. Probably seagulls. Well, at least you're on the beach. I'm gonna say seagulls.
I know, because yeah, that means you're just like with the Australia.
You're
You're in Australia. Here, you're either in a park or you're on the beach. So I'm going to say seagulls at the beach too, just because I'd rather be on the beach.
Yeah, the bird in question doesn't really matter.
The bird doesn't matter. They're both dirty, annoying animals, aggressive, annoying animals,
They're
and so.
Aggressive.
Yeah, so for me, it's more of the atmosphere. I'll take the beach. But 58% said pigeons in the park. Would you rather create your own greeting cards or buy a greeting card from a store?
Oh, buy 100%.
I agree. Buy it from a store.
We don't give out greeting cards very often because everybody we give greeting cards to, they just throw them away anyway. So we quit buying greeting cards
I quit buying
years
them,
ago.
Period. I don't buy. Yeah, I mean, I feel sorry for Hallmark and everything, but yeah, I truly think it's a waste of money.
For at least the people that we know that we give cards to.
Yes, for the people that we give cards to, it's a waste of money, so we just don't do it.
Yeah.
So 72% said they'd rather buy one from a store.
Yeah, just easier.
Especially
if you know they're going to throw it away anyway.
Yeah, if they don't care about it, then yeah. Now you do have those sentimental people who save all their cards.
You do, but we don't have anybody like that in our family.
No. Yeah. Would you rather have a double chin or flabby underarms?
I got the double chin already.
I'm gonna say flabby underarms.
I guess so too, because I can always wear a shirt. Yeah.
I'm wearing a hoodie. Can't see them, can you? They're there. 83% said flabby underarms because you can. That's something you can hide. You really can't hide a double chin.
Got a really big. I mean, I've got some double chin, but I cover it up with a beard.
So 83%. Would you rather be in a chorus or be part of a marching band?
Chorus. I'm not having to play music and march.
I was in chorus.
And plus, you could fake it in chorus. You can just act like you're singing.
I was in chorus starting in middle school because in elementary they didn't have stuff like that really. I mean, you have music class, but you don't have like specific things. And so in middle school I was started in chorus, and then all throughout high school I was in chorus. And now Kevin and Ashley can't stand it when I sing. But I was in chorus. That doesn't mean I was any good. You know, they it's not like they can tell you suck, kid. You can't be in chorus. So whether you're good or not, you get to choose.
See, I switched over from the singing, which I didn't enjoy, to art in middle school. So I never went to any of the music stuff after that.
Well, we had
we had the option. You have art or you have music.
We had to pick two things. We had to pick two.
I don't remember picking two. I think I always just did art.
Because I did art too, but
I think I did. Well, I know there was a year.
I did art as well. We had to have two things.
I don't remember having two. Maybe we did. I don't know. I always picked art. Anytime I could pick something, I pick art.
Yeah.
Definitely never sang.
65% said they'd rather be in chorus. Would you rather have an empty refrigerator or pantry?
Probably a pantry. I don't know. No, you think for refrigerator?
Oh, for me, it's a refrigerator. Think about how much we have in our refrigerator.
I'm trying to think though.
Not much.
That's true, because you can make. Well, I'm just trying to think.
You
of what
can
kind
have
of food
a pantry full of. I mean, that's all we eat is junk.
You have to make stuff if it's in the pantry.
That's not true.
That's true too.
Bars and cookies and crackers and peanut butter and bread, and you don't have to put any of that stuff in the refrigerator. Trust me, I could live solely out of the pantry.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess refrigerator would be my choice.
You would rather have an empty refrigerator.
Yeah, because I think there is more options in the pantry.
So I would rather have an empty refrigerator.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so most people picked pantry. 70% said they'd rather have an empty pantry than a refrigerator.
Because refrigerator, you've got meats and you've got mayonnaise and milk and drinks and,
Frozen
foods.
It truly
frozen foods.
depends on your eating habits.
Yeah.
It just depends on your eating habits. I could literally live out of the pantry.
I could. I wouldn't be as happy. I think I'd rather have an empty pantry.
Would you?
Yeah, because I could.
About it.
Well, because I could have lunch meat in the refrigerator, even if I'm eating rolled up lunch meat dipped in mayonnaise. That's I could eat that.
You'd rather have that.
I could have frozen foods, all that.
But you know how I eat, and I eat a lot of like peanut butter and crackers and stuff like that. Yeah. So we're just different. Okay, would you rather take up bird watching or stamp collecting?
Probably stamp collecting.
I'm afraid if I click on that comment, the comments, I'll lose my place where I'm at, so I don't want to. But there were several hysterical comments under this one. But somebody just said something like, can you just shoot me now or something?
For either choice.
Something like that. And I thought, they don't even know. I very, very, very rarely comment on the would you rather stuff. I just let them go. And then we talk about them during this video if I have anything to say. I was rolling. I wanted to say this is like the best comment ever because somebody was like, you could tell that either one, would be torture. And so the comment was just hilarious. I loved it. I feel the same way.
Oh, I wouldn't want to do either one.
I wouldn't want to do either one. I don't want to watch birds and I don't want to collect stamps. I don't want to do either one of them. So I feel you. But you have to answer the question.
I'll pick stamps because I'm not going to sit out in the woods for hours watching for a bird.
Oh, I'd rather watch a bird. I would rather.
Yeah, but you go out there for hours watching for birds. You can just sit at a table and glue stamps in a book.
I don't care. I'd be miserable.
I'd rather do the stamps.
I would be miserable.
You know what? People really enjoy that kind of stuff, though.
Oh, I know.
It's the collection of it. I just can't get into it.
No. I think that's wonderful that there's something out there for everybody.
I collect video games. It's the only thing I collect.
It is not for me. So I'm going to say I would rather bird watch. I won that one. 73% said bird watching.
I'd rather sit at a table and stamp collect.
No, I don't.
Collect,
at least the birds are doing something.
I don't like doing stuff.
Okay.
I don't like getting outside. I don't like being outside. So, I'm never going to pick bird watching.
Would you
Unless I can be in my living room watching it. Can I watch it on TV? Does that count as bird watching?
Although we've done that. We did it when Chapel was alive. I've turned on bird videos for Chapel, and Ashley does it for Wednesday, and she loves it. So, yes, there are bird videos. If you look up videos for cats on YouTube.
Hilarious.
Yes, and you
hear... And they make these noises.
Yeah, you hear the noises, and Wednesday just loves it. Chapel never really got into it.
He would watch it for a second.
But Wednesday, it gets her attention. She loves it. Okay. Would you rather have a weak bladder or weak knees?
What does weak knees mean, though? I don't know. Weak bladder means you have to go pee and you can't control it, and you gotta go when you gotta go. But weak knees. You mean like not being able to climb stairs?
I'm thinking like Dad.
Like you can't walk for a long
I'm thinking like my dad. My dad has a lot of pain in his knees, and he has to get, are they called cortisone shots? Yeah. He has to get injections in his knees, and a lot of people do.
But that's not really weak. Well, I guess
to me, that is, yes, it is. I think definitely that's weak knees. When you can't stand
I guess I would rather have
time,
the bladder part.
I'd rather have a weak bladder, too.
Yeah, because at least you can wear Depends and go on.
Yeah, you can still go on
Which, by the way, they got some swanky looking Depends if you go to Walmart.
go up and down the steps and stuff like that. I'd rather have a weak bladder too.
Yeah, I guess so too.
But this was really close. 53% said weak bladder. 47% said weak knees. I've had though painful knees before, and it is no fun. Yeah. It's no fun. Would you rather donate an organ to a friend in need, or sell an organ to a stranger for lots of money?
I'd donate it to a friend.
I'd rather donate it to a friend. 78% said they'd rather donate it to a friend.
I mean, the money's good too, but...
This was an interesting one to read the comments. And you can always go back under these and read the comments, but this was an interesting one because a lot of people have trust issues, I think, with their friends. Would you rather have more muscular arms or legs?
Probably arms.
Me, I'd rather have more muscular legs, yeah. And I do. My legs are small legs, but I do think they are strong. I do think I have strong legs. But 65% said arms.
Yeah. 65?
65%.
So most people wanted
strong arms.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, wanted more muscular arms. I do not want muscular arms.
No. Well, you're a woman.
I just don't. Would you rather take classes you find interesting or you think you'll need?
Interesting for sure.
At this point in my life, it would be that I find interesting. Now, when I first got out of high school, it would be that I think I'll need, because why would you pay for a college class? Why would you pay money for something that's not going to help further your career? That to me is crazy. But
they're also not even, see, when you say, would you rather take classes, I'm thinking about just a class I go to.
It might not be college class. These questions, you read them the way you want.
The way you want
you interpret them any way you want to interpret them. I interpret it as a college class. That's just I do. So I'm going to pick out something that's, I'm 50 years old. I'm going to pick out something that is interesting to me. So 78% said find interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
You find something that's not, if you're taking a class just because you think it'll help you in life, and you're not interested, boy, it's a boring class.
It's boring, yeah, it is. Would you rather have a robot servant or a real life personal assistant?
Well, if it's a current day robot assistant, they're not going to be able to do much. But if we're talking about a real robot assistant, I'd rather have that.
I'd rather have a robot servant.
Yeah, I want like humans robots.
Okay, that's what I wanted. Okay, let me just tell you, let me give you the percentages and then I want to comment on this. I'm picking a robot servant too, but 75% said they'd rather have a real life personal assistant. Okay, if at all possible, you have to watch the show Humans. It's from the UK. Mm-hmm. It's absolutely brilliant, and it is about robots. Yeah. It's about robots working in everyday life. There was a Twilight Zone episode about bringing in a robot as the mother or something.
As the mother.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this is a show about we're living just like we're living today, and you can go to the store or go to the special store, and you can have a robot come and live at your house, and they do all the things, and it's literally a brilliant show.
Yeah, I'd feel just in my personality, I would feel more comfortable telling a robot what to do than a person.
Me too.
I'm not a leadership kind of person where I like to tell people what to do and stuff. Right. I'm just not that kind of person.
That's how I feel. I wouldn't feel bad telling a robot to do something.
Hey, go to the store. I need 3 pounds of hamburger.
Right.
But I would feel bad about telling a person, hey, I need you to run to the store. I need 3 pounds of hamburger, or this bathroom needs to be cleaned, or I would just feel funny about that. But I go with a robot around all day.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's my thinking.
Okay.
But like I said, they have to be intelligent robots, not just like one of the idiots that runs around now.
Right. Would you rather hitchhike with strangers across country or get cross country by train hopping?
Ooh, train hopping's awfully dangerous, but hitchhiking's even almost worse. So
I think they're both.
I think it's both very dangerous.
They're both dangerous. Let's put that out there.
Yeah, you shouldn't do either one of those.
No.
I'm gonna say train hopping.
I'm gonna say train hopping.
Because I think that's probably the safest, because you could literally get killed, murdered by hitchhiking.
Hitchhiking, yeah.
Train hopping, you're probably, you may still get killed.
You could still get killed.
But you could get arrested too.
Yeah, I think your chances of survival are better train hopping, even though it's very, very dangerous. Yeah. I think I would never tell anybody.
I'm sure some of your viewers will probably hitchhike somewhere. I've never hitchhiked in my life, but I'm sure there's somebody
I would never do that. It's 91% said train hopping.
Yeah. That's pretty high.
91%.
Yeah, that's high for this.
Yes, it is. This is really high. It's really skewed. In your life, would you rather go back 5 years or skip ahead 5 years? 5 years. 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 5 years.
Me, at this time in my life, I don't want to ever go back. So I'm always going to go forward.
So you're giving up 5 years of your life.
Yeah,
You're literally aging yourself.
Yeah, but if I go back, that means I got to work 5 extra years.
I know, but
that's
you know,
true.
the older you get, the shorter life
you're getting closer to the end.
So you're getting closer to, you're knocking on the door.
Of course, what if I was supposed to die in a year, but then if I skip 5 years, I missed that opportunity that I would have died.
We're not thinking about it that deeply.
No, I guess if you think about it that way, yeah, I probably would rather go back if I gave it more thought. Yeah.
Well, that's my answer. I'd rather go back.
Yeah.
Go back 5 years.
Most people probably said that.
Yeah, go back 5 years. 82% said go back.
Yeah, think about it more. I probably would go back.
Think about it. 5 years ago, Guido was still alive.
Yeah.
Chapel was still alive. 5 years ago, Ashley was still living with us.
Yeah, she would have been 5 years ago.
Wouldn't that be neat?
That'd be interesting.
And decisions that you made then, if you had the knowledge that you have now and you could take that with you, then the stupid things you may or may not have done, you could make changes. I don't know.
If you knew.
If you knew.
It's just saying go back 5 years.
But if you could still go back 5 years, I would still go back and have that time again with
you wouldn't want to be like Click, where Adam Sandler went ahead in time and it was like, what happened?
No, I wouldn't want to do that. Yeah, no.
Oh, we had a grandchild, and that's all this stuff's happened.
And you're missing all of life. No, I would, and that makes me sad to think about.
Yeah, that was a sad movie.
It makes me sad. Okay, would you rather have a reputation for being a liar or have a reputation for being promiscuous?
Ew, that's a rough one.
I think they're both horrible. Horrible choices.
I would too, but probably promiscuous if I had to pick one of those two.
I'm going to say promiscuous as well, because I don't want to ever, people would never want to be known as a liar. You know, just like our reviews, we're always honest, and people depend on that honesty. They don't want some just fluff video, they want to know the truth. And so I want to always be as honest as possible. So as much as I hate to say promiscuous, I'll say promiscuous. 86% said they'd rather have a reputation for being promiscuous. Yeah. Nobody wants to be a liar. Would you rather eat, this is close, would you rather eat egg salad or tuna salad?
Probably, I don't know. I'm going to say tuna.
I'm going to say egg. I like tuna salad, but I get tired of it. Egg salad, I don't think I'd get tired of because it's just so basic. Yeah. It's just basic. So, tuna. You won though. 56% said tuna.
Pretty close though.
And 44% said egg. I can go through probably a week of just tuna sandwiches, but then I'm ready to go on to something else.
Tuna's pretty strong.
It's strong, yeah.
I had an office mate that ate a little can of tuna every day for lunch. That was it. Open a can of tuna.
Just the can of tuna.
Open a can of tuna with a fork and just eat it.
Yeah. Neither one.
I have to have stuff mixed in mine.
Yeah.
Pickles or onions or something. Mayonnaise.
A hard-boiled egg.
Anything.
Yeah, you cut up on a hard-boiled.
Anything to cut the tuna flavor.
Yeah. that both made us squirm. Okay. Would you rather...
It's a lovely smell in the office when you're in there too.
Very considerate. Would you rather get revenge on your enemy or your ex?
I don't really have any enemies. I'll say ex.
I'd rather...
Not that I really give a crap about my ex, but...
I know, yeah. Well, but you have to answer the question.
I know. So I would pick an ex because I don't really have an enemy.
I'm going to say my enemy. I do have enemies, and I'm going to say my enemy. I have people I don't like.
She's got a list. Don't get on her list.
I have a list, and if I ever become Lestat, I'm going to go suck their blood out.
I don't really have enemies.
No, I have a couple people that I just don't like, and so yeah, my enemy.
I mean, I have people that drive by me on the interstate I'd like to see pulled over, but they're not enemies,
Yeah. 80% said enemy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
87?
No, 80%.
80%. That's still pretty high.
Yeah, said enemy. Well, you know, your ex is...
If I had an enemy...
A lot of times that's mutual, you know? You both want to break up, or you broke up. Maybe he didn't break up with you. Maybe you broke up with him, or, you know? So
if I had an enemy, I would say yes, but I don't really have anybody that I really just dislike that much.
Yeah, I could name names.
Yeah, I don't have anybody.
You know. Would you rather never celebrate your birthday again or never drink alcohol again?
Oh, either one of those I could care less about, so I'm going to pick alcohol.
I'm going to pick alcohol.
Yeah.
75% said alcohol.
Yeah, literally I could care less about either one of those.
I mean, yeah, truly, it doesn't matter. It's yeah. Would you rather be physically weak or mentally weak?
I guess physically.
I'd rather be physically weak than mentally as well. Yeah. 88% said physically.
Yeah, makes sense.
Would you rather meet in the middle or always get your way?
Oh, I'd rather meet in the middle. I'm a compromiser.
I'd rather always get my way.
Of course. Good thing I'm a compromiser.
And it was funny because somebody in the comments on this one said something like, I don't remember all the comments, I can't, but somebody said, what are you, 12? Well, somebody always wanting to get your way? Yes, sir, I am. I always want
Sir or
my way.
madam.
Yeah, sir or madam. But the answer was 75% said they'd rather meet in the middle. Yeah. You're just better people than me. Would you rather pose nude for a class of art students or pose nude for a magazine?
Probably the art students, because it's a very limited number of people.
I'm going to go for the magazine.
Really?
You know why? Because you're making some money.
Making money. And you're also, they're going to airbrush you.
And they're going to
anyway.
airbrush you.
That's true.
Yeah.
I don't think they can airbrush me but that much. I don't think they got enough digital airbrush and ink to fix me. But they might, you know.
Yeah, because in a magazine, you are going to be airbrushed.
That's true.
Nobody is ever going to know what you really look like.
The all natural.
Yeah, so I'm going to get paid and be
about it that way,
airbrushed.
I'm thinking about the number of people to see me.
I'm going to look better than I've ever looked in my life in that magazine.
That's true. I mean, they'll remove muscles and everything. They'll remove bones from your body in airbrushing pictures where you're bending the ways you wouldn't even bend.
I don't even know why some of you follow these Instagram accounts. I just can't get over it. Why in the world would you follow these people when they literally have been proven to take bones out of their body to make the pictures look that way? I don't know why you follow them.
No natural human being has ever looked like that.
No, you do you, but I don't choose to follow people who are not real. I just don't.
But I agree with you. I think now that you've said that, it's like, yeah, I would definitely do the
Well, guess what? It was 50-50.
Well,
literally 50-50. And I'm sure everybody has their own reason.
Yeah.
But 50-50. I don't even know if that's ever happened before. Would you rather go for a year without music or TV? I said YouTube counts as TV.
Yeah, because it's entertainment.
You're watching something.
I would assume like Twitch and all that stuff would count as TV.
Yes.
Probably without music.
I'd rather go without music too. 68% said music.
Which if you think about it, you can watch music on TV.
You can. You can. In your backyard, would you rather have a bocce ball court or a basketball court?
I've never played bocce ball, so I don't even know what that's about. I'm assuming it's not quite as energetic as basketball.
And you know what? On these questions, I try to say this every time, but if you don't know what something is, just Google it.
Yeah, look it up. I just didn't look it up.
That's why Google's around. Google it. I'm not talking about you specifically. There were other people.
I'm going to say bocce ball just because I know. Well, that's a big area. Isn't it?
It's a big area. I'm thinking.
For the basketball court, you can just have a dirt and a goal. I'm going to say basketball.
You dirt court?
No, you just have grass.
Oh, I'm thinking about a nice concrete.
Oh, like concrete?
I'm thinking about concrete.
I mean, really, you really do want to.
Yeah, because a bocce ball is a very specific court.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a basketball court because
I'm gonna still say basketball.
I think a basketball court can be used for more than just basketball. So even if you don't play basketball, you can still. It's a nice court that you could have a yard sale on if you want to. Bocce ball, you're not stepping on that thing. You're only using it for bocce ball.
Yeah, I said basketball.
So 82% said Basketball. Okay. Which would you rather never wear again? Gloves or socks?
Gloves.
Gloves. 88% said gloves. But I thought some people made good points under this. They said, one girl said, I work at a daycare. I wear gloves every single day for the daycare.
Yeah.
And yeah, that makes complete sense.
Yeah, but that's not gloves like keep you warm gloves.
Exactly. That's why we said earlier, this is all in the way you interpret it.
Because I don't consider work required surgical gloves. I don't consider that as gloves.
Gloves, right. When I was thinking of gloves too, I'm thinking of you as like it's
gloves.
cold. So I don't ever want to have to wear gloves because of the cold again.
Yeah.
88% said gloves.
Yeah.
Would you rather participate in The Running Man or The Hunger Games? Again, if you don't know what it is, just Google it.
Yeah, you're getting close to the end.
Yes. The Running Man or The Hunger Games?
Running Man. Because at least there's a chance you might escape. And you're not killing other people in The Running Man.
Right.
Hunger Games, you're literally killing other people.
Yes, I would rather do The Running Man as well. 65%. And if you've never watched the movie or read the book...
The book's better.
It's a short story. It's one of his short stories.
Yeah, it's a Bachman book.
Yeah, the Bachman books. It's Stephen King. But it's just a short story, and it's really, really interesting.
And the book and the movie have almost nothing to do with each other.
Yes, they're completely different. Yes.
Arnold Schwarzenegger in Running Man was nothing like the movie.
No, it's not.
I like the book.
I like the book. I actually really like the book too.
The book's more gritty, realistic.
Yes.
Whereas the movie was kind of science fiction-y out there.
Right. Okay, would you rather be competitive or commanding?
Probably competitive. I don't want to be bossy.
Do you think commanding is necessarily bossy?
That's what I'm
thinking. Do you think they're the same thing? Do you think they go hand in hand?
That's the first thing I thought of.
Do you think a drill sergeant is bossy?
Yeah, okay. I'm sure every Marine out there would agree.
Yes. I would, I'm going to just come from where I'm at now. I'm a competitive person. I'm one of the most competitive competitive people you'll ever meet. So I'm just going to say competitive. And it's 67% say competitive. And let me go to, we're recording this the day literally the day before. So the one for tonight... The question for
While you're looking, I think it's funny, the background, I looked at last month's, and the mantle was completely empty.
Yeah.
Then now we got Halloween.
Now it's, this is Halloween.
And it got Lydia with me.
Halloween. Yeah, I have little people on the table. Okay. Would you rather be able to predict the future or erase people's memory? Predict the future or erase people's memory. And I won't be able to get percentages because it's a day early.
I'm going to say, then again, it makes, if you erase somebody's memory, that memory makes them who they are.
Maybe you don't like them.
So, that's true. No,
maybe you're back to my enemy.
Erasing trauma from people's memory, that kind of stuff. I'm thinking about positive things.
I know a lot of people that would help.
That would help, but then again, that makes them who they are today. So it's like, what kind of person would they be today if they hadn't had that trauma? I don't know.
But I know people personally
that
who are
greatly affected by the trauma.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
I probably
live with trauma every single day.
If I applied it towards those things, I'd rather erase people's memory. Not out of spite, just to get your enemy list.
No, I genuinely know people.
Yeah, that would help.
Benefit.
Yeah, if I could use it in that way, I'd erase people's memory.
I'm gonna say I'd rather be able to predict the future.
Yeah. Well, see, if we're married and I can erase memories and she can predict the future, we've got it covered.
Well, I'm thinking I could use that for as much good as you could. Because if I can predict the future...
What's going to happen?
Then you're talking about...
This building's going to catch on fire and kill 100 people. Or
yeah, you're talking about, wars.
Yeah.
Just natural disasters and stuff like that. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you for participating. I hope you participated.
It's always for fun.
Yes, it's always for fun. And I like I said, I enjoy reading these comments. You all crack me up sometimes. It's just, and it's so hilarious to me people get so passionate in the comments, like I'm gonna hold them to this. Like they really
they have to do it.
Yeah, like they really feel like this is gonna come true or something. I promise I'm not gonna hold you to it. You're safe to pick an answer. I mean, even if you're vegan, you can pick a meat answer and I'm not gonna make you eat that meat. You know, it's stuff like that. I'm not gonna hold you to it. Just play along, you know? So I hope you enjoyed the video and we'll see you at the end of October.